Okay, we're getting into the second half of the inspections. I came over to the shed, take a little bit of a break, but like I said in the last video, I got tagged in the nose right here. I was just walking over there, and a girl just out of nowhere didn't even like land on me and then think about it. Just I think she had the stinger pointing at me as soon as I got over there. I just walked over there and then pop, and then I smelled that banana smell. I was like, oh boy, I gotta get out of here. So as soon as she did that, I ran because I started hearing bees around me when that happened. I was like, oh boy. So then I went into the house and looked at it and pulled the stinger out. Well, I pulled the stinger out when I was walking over to the house, and then I walked in the house. And as soon as I got to like look at it in the mirror, I had like two bees on my back that just flew towards the window. So they were on me for some reason. But ever since then, I haven't had a problem walking over there. It was just a fluke. But yeah, my nose all swelled all up. It was hard to breathe out of this side of my nose for a little bit. It was funny. I was thinking like, when I first got stung, I was like, I'm gonna look like them baboons or that monkey that has that big fat red nose. I was like, that's gonna be me, but it wasn't that bad. It did kind of. I was sniffing real hard, trying to get some oxygen in, and but yeah, that's the price you got to pay sometimes when you're a beekeeper. So, all right, yeah, let's get over there. Let's finish up these hives and finish up these last 5 hives and see what we got going on. So, let's get over there. All right, Blue Hive, let's see what you got going on. Anything special? Replace that with one of these other hive or top covers. Look at all them bees. Woo. I haven't seen any hive beetles today. Oh, I did see one. I smushed them now. So that's good. Normally they're like right here in the crack of where the frames aren't touching, because that's their beetle jail. Well, going to be a quick inspection. And I got smoke in my mouth or lungs. Are y'all going to be a quick inspection for me today? We're going to try and take this frame out, or one of these 2 frames. I'll start from this side this time. What we got over here? Any eggs? I don't see any. Looks like they're nectaring this side up. Yeah, there's no eggs on this side, so. Alright, so I don't see her on this ring. I'm not going to shake them off. We got here. No eggs, but they are drawing on this comb out. What are we doing here? It's a heavy frame, all nectar. I think I was watching Jerome's bee farm, and he was like, there's heavy, 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 and heavy, heavy, heavy. That one was heavy. This one I believe is heavy, heavy. The 3 frames that were over there, those were heavy, heavy, heavy. All right, so I don't see her here, but all these girls are hatching, I think. No, they are uncapping some of these girls. Some of them are hatching, but they are uncapping some of them. Okay. I hear you. You're mad. Heavy, heavy, heavy. This was as heavy as those other 3 over there. And this one's even got a brood on it. That's wild. Oh, that's why, because they've done backfilled all this. That was heavy. All right, I need to see eggs. This one's a heavy. Eggs, there we go. Eggs and larvae on the bottom of this frame. Alright, she's not on here, but let's see. Got a couple eggs on the bottom half of this rainbow pattern. That's pretty good. I like it. I like what I see. So this is going to be a quick inspection. Let me check this last frame here. Beep. Excuse me. I have seen all the queens so far, except for in this one. Oh, look at this. That is all larva. That's going to be a solid frame. Look at that. Eggs right there below the honey. I'll look at one more. There she is. Look at that. All right, we're 6 for 6. There she is. Egged all this one up. Good job. Egged all this side up too. This is going to be a solid frame. So, well, that's all I needed to see. So we are now going to close this up, get a bed, and move on to the next hive. Stay tuned. Here we go. What color is this? This is white hive. We're getting into white hive now. Set this over to the side. Gosh darn it. Got some juice in it this time. Wonder how long that's gonna last. All down there. Safe frame to pull off this one. They are propylizing these suckers. That's that nasty frame that I didn't like. Put it on the edge. Ooh, sticky. So they're not doing anything with that one. I don't see a lot of new comb. This is all nectar. Yeah, this is a nectar frame. Not heavy, medium. This one's heavy. This is a heavy frame. Got eggs on it. Queen up here, it's got eggs over here. She egged up this little spot, that little patch right in there. Let's see. Spotted brood, whole bunch of nectar. Eggs, okay. Make sure she's not on this frame, but we got eggs in there. This might be a quick inspection. Is she going to be up here though? Let's see. Well, heavy. This is a heavy frame. Alright, she's not up here. But they have fattened all this comb out. Look at all that. Pretty good. All right, next frame. That's a heavy frame. All nectar on this side. Nectar and honey on this side. If y'all hear my phone go off, I am on call for work. Let's see what we got over here. A whole bunch of nothing. They're filling this up with nectar though. They're starting to. Alright, well, I'm happy with what I saw. So we are going to go ahead and get these girls closed up, get them fed, and move on down to, I believe it is Brown Hive. Okay. Catch you in a sec. Okay. We are getting into Brown Hive now. This is the last hive that's getting a telescoping lid. I'm debating getting 2 more. Because it does help them keep temperature in the boxes now. Because it's not getting super hot anymore. And yeah, that would help them keep temperature in the boxes. So more bees can go out and forage. They're drawing all this stuff out. This one's doing good. They drew this one out very far. I think this is all the frames. Yeah, all the frames are drawn out now. Yeah, look at all that new wax. They're filling it up with nectar. They haven't touched this side yet. But make sure she's not here. Nope. I do that for a reason. So bees don't get lost. Sometimes I set them out here and then they just scatter everywhere. They don't stay on the frame. This is semi-heavy frame. Now that's why. It's all nectar on this one. That's good. That's a heavy frame. It's good. It's plenty of nectar. Ooh, this heavy frame. Ooh. Because it's all nectar, that's why. And capped honey. Last bit of broods hatching out here. Last couple girls. Let's get into the brood. Where you at? Where you at? What do we got? Bunch of eggs, that's good. Bunch of eggs on this one too, that's even better. This whole frame's eggs outside, on the inside. good. So I got eggs. And this is all larvae. Oh, there she is. Ta-da. All right, so we've seen most of the queens. What are we at now? So this is 6 of 7 now. Or no, 4, 5, 6. Seen 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've seen 7 of 8. Uh-oh, I lost her. Oh, there she is, right there on the edge. I don't like you being there, homegirl. There you go. So, I'm happy with what I've seen. So I'm going to close these girls up. Get them fed. I'm really happy with the amount of comb that they've drawn, because they've drawn all this out. They've drawn all the way over to here, except for this backside, but it looks like they're starting it. I don't know how much further, I don't know how much longer I got of comb drawing season, but I want to get every bit of it. So, all right, let me get them fed. Move on to dark blue hive. Okay. Check these girls out. See how we're doing. Our queen. This was the hive I've noticed. I've had a lot of, what do they call them? Headhunters, the ones that buzz around your head. When I came over here and fed them the other day, they were doing that. Or last weekend. All kinds of rude. Let's see what we got going on over here. So y'all are starting to slightly draw that out. This is a little heavy. Yeah, this one's heavy. It's all nectar. That's good. I really like seeing all these super packed, honey packed frames. What we got? A little bit of brood. See, here's that headhunter again, going nuts. Go on this side. You got eggs? No eggs, but some larvae. And some uncapping is going on here. I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I can get a good grip of this. Right here. This one's been uncapped. And these ones are getting capped. Okay. Ooh, heavy. Woo, hold up. Gotta get a better grip on this one. This one was really heavy for some reason. Because all this fat comb on the side. Woo. Look at that. That's pretty good. Let's see what. I'm curious. To see if there's any mites. Yes. There was 2 mites in that one. And there was one mite in that one. Okay. That's not good. I don't like mites. But we didn't need those drones anyway. She on this frame? I want to see her. So these are all getting uncapped. There's a good portion of the drone, or of the cells over here, looks like they're getting uncapped. And they are backfilling this with nectar. There is some uncapping going on here, and there's a couple girls hatching out. So I'm gonna have to keep that in mind, that I gotta pay attention to the ones that do a lot of uncapping, because I may, if they make it next year, I may choose them as the my breeder queens that I'm gonna do a lot of grafting from. I don't see her, but I am happy with what I see. I need to pay attention to what bees drop on the ground, because this was the girl that hopped out of the hive. So let me check this one frame real quick, and then we'll get these girls closed up. Using this as nectar. They're doing some weird kind of capping right here. What's this? Boop. They're capping that little bit of honey. Wow. That's crazy. That was honey. So let's go ahead and get these closed up. So we are 8 of 9 on spotting queens. But got signs of queen in here. So let me see if I can. See if I can get this to focus. See that little brown, dark brown dot? It's like right here on this side. Focus on my finger. See that dark brown? That's a mite. So we did the colony a slight favor and took out 2 mites, or 3 mites, because there was 1 on that one. So, all right, let's get them all closed up. See you in the next one. I'm not sure if y'all can hear that, but they are attacking the phone like crazy. That's crazy. I've never had them attack the phone that bad. Hey, them girls, I'm telling you what, them buzzing around my head right now, I don't like them bees. See what we got in the last hive. See how good y'all are looking. Woo, that's a lot of bees. I wasn't expecting that. I'll clean up here. Okay, all right, let's see, where's a good place to pull from? Let's try this frame. I got some bees working on this one, because all these frames are drawn out for the most part from what I can see, which is good, very good. What do we got going on over here? Just dark comb, but I don't see any eggs in here. Looks like they're just backfilling with nectar. This is a light frame. Okay. We got here, mostly on this side. This is actually a really heavy frame. Yeah. That's all nectar. nectar. There we go, look at that, some brood. The brood and eggs all the way around the edges, that's good. Is the queen gonna make an appearance here? What we got? Are they uncapping some of these cells? Yes. See, look, they've uncapped a lot of these cells for some reason. See that? Because I wouldn't expect them to cap those cells off when the larvae is at that stage. Yeah, that I believe those are way too old to be getting capped off, because they usually cap them off when they're still a little larva. So yeah, that's pretty good. That's a good spot. Just double check and make sure the queen wasn't there. So that's a good spot. I got eggs, larvae, I got everything on that one. Oh, heavy frame. Heavy frame. Don't see her. I don't see her here. Okay. What do we got on this frame? All these are just freshly drawn out. So let's see what we got. Eggs. There we go. Look at that. That's all eggs right there in the center. There's all eggs right there in the center. That's good. All right. I like what I saw. We're going to go ahead and get her closed up, get them fed, and we're going to close this video out. So, stay tuned. All right, we are done. These inspections were pretty good, other than the mites, which is an unnecessary evil that will always happen. Things look pretty good in all the hives. Got eggs, brood, larvae, all different stages. Quite a few of the hives are starting to condense down, and they are filling the top box with honey and nectar and all that, and they're starting to backfill the brood spots up there, which is pretty good, which is what I want. So that's a plus. Good. Heavy frames, heavy boxes. I wasn't expecting those frames to get that heavy and all that. So I can only imagine times that by 10. Them boxes get north of like what, 90, 100 pounds each. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, it looks all pretty good, and like I hope they get enough stores to store up for the winter. And I don't know if I said this before, but I purchased Hive Alive, the little fondant bricks. I got 1 pound, I got 30 1-pound bricks, so that means each one of them will get 3. And I have debated getting the 5-pounders. So like when it gets deep into the winter, I'm probably going to try and save those for later into the season. So one day, whenever it warms up enough to where I can just pop the top and put them in there and then leave, I'm going to do that. Yeah, so I'm thinking about getting some shims too, the little, like, was it like the 1-inch shims that you can put on top so you can put like feed and stuff in there. I'm thinking about getting those too. And there's a lot of things, like I see a lot of commercial beekeepers that get the migratory lids, and they put shims underneath them, like Cayman Reynolds. I remember he did it. He got the migratory lids, but then he put little shims underneath of them. Yes, it does make it a pain in the ass during the seasons, because they build comb up to that, and then you got to clean that off all the time, and it's just a mess. But yeah, I may get just the shims for winterizing, and I may do away with the inner covers. So I'm not going to get rid of them, but I'll keep them, because those inner covers can still be used to feed jar feed, which I still have all the jars and all that, so prepare for next year. But yeah, I'm going to get the I'm thinking about getting the shims. There's 2 things I'm thinking about getting: the shims and the slatted boards that you put on the bottom to help with swarming and all that. I'm thinking about doing that so I can take those slatted boards, put them down on the bottom, and then screw everything together from the bottom board, so that way it holds it all together. And that way I don't have to screw into my my boxes. That way I can change the boxes around if I need to, and they're not screwed into the bottom of the bottom board, the Apamate boards. So, and then I'll screw a hole in the back and then put a, what are they? I see him, what's his name? He's another beekeeper on YouTube. Is it the Bug Farmer? Bug Farmer, I think it is, where you screw a hole in the middle, like on those slatted boards, and then you put a piece of threaded, piece of metal that's threaded, or opposite of threaded. It's basically a hole that's got threads, and then you could take a little knob and screw into it, like kind of like, think of like a cabinet knob. You screw into it, but he unscrews that and then puts his OAV Instavap into the back of that slatted board. That's smart. I like that. But then you can screw it back in and close the hole back up when you're done. So I'm thinking about that as my next purchase. Plus it'll also help with swarming next year. And there's a lot of things you can do to kind of optimize. It's like I'm not at the commercial level. I'm nowhere near all that right now. I'm just a hobbyist, but like I can see where that could be a pain in the ass on a commercial level, but at my state, I think anything to help me make it a little bit quicker. Yeah, it does cost a little bit of money, but you know, it's kind of a one-time buy until it's no good no more for like 10, 15 years down the road. But yeah, I might do that too. And I got a lot of things I got to do to get ready. I got the rest of my mini mating nooks to get ready. Like I got all these ones. These are done, but I'm not using them anymore. And I got the other 18 that are in the house. Ooh, come on. I got the other 18 in the house that I need to do. And I'll probably just take a video. I'll probably do a video of that to show you what I do, and I'll fast forward it and cut it all out and clip it down and all that kind of stuff. And then what else I got? I got all these frames to put together in these 3 boxes. Oops, 1, 2, 3 to put together. All the deep boxes right here. There is 26 left that I need to put together that are all right here. They're behind this box. And then I got I got 2 supers to put together. So I got a little bit of work to do this winter, fall and winter. But yeah, I'm waiting for it to cool down out here before I go and tackle all that, because it does get really hot in this shed every now and again. So, all right, well, yeah, I've been blabbering long enough. So, like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate y'all watching. Let me know if I'm doing anything wrong, doing anything right, or just stopping and say hey, you know. So, appreciate y'all. Take it easy. See you next time.